Going live. We're on. Hey, everybody.
I'll switch.
So, sun is, oh my God, it's right there.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, you got to bear with us. We've got the wind going here. We got the sun crazy. Mama, you're on first.
We're having a very unusual warm day for February that's quickly turning cold again.
Yeah, it's dropping like 1 degree a minute.
So the wind is very strong, and we're hoping it doesn't affect the sound, but we'll do our best. We're live.
Yep, we're live, and there could be sound problems. Hey, everybody. Can you guys hear us okay? Because the wind is like
Whipping.
gusting, and the problem is we have the microphone with a little furry thing on it, but there's no place to put it when we're in here. So we can only use that when we're not in the spa. We don't have a solution for that yet. Hi, Susan. What's up, everybody? Oh, that sun is right in my face.
Yeah.
Where do you have that shade? Is it from the tree?
It's from the tree. It's just the sun is
perfect.
right in the trunk where
It's
the
perfect.
trunk is. Yeah.
Kim can hear us. Sound is good.
Cool.
Burr, it's 27 here. Sorry, Donna. It's never this. It was like
It'll be
68.
27 in 2 hours.
Yeah, I was driving home. The car said 68 degrees today.
It was just a fluke.
Karen getting my spa next Thursday. Oh man, good for you. Congratulations. That's awesome. Who else we got on there? Hearing you fine. Arizona. That's awesome. What else do we got going on there? Everybody, let us know where you're calling from. Most of you guys, I don't even say it because now they just remember. They just do it. My robe just fell. The wind is whipping here. Belgium. All right, you can hear us in Belgium. If you can hear us in Belgium, you can hear us. Knoxville. Chris, what's happening? Tennessee, Margaret, Dallas. Wow, we got a lot of spread on there. PA, awesome. All right. Wow, that sun is like right in my face.
Yeah.
It's right there. Well, here, let's do this. Mary found a spot, so I'm gonna put it on you. What are we talking about?
So today we're going to talk about how now is the time to think about summer and making your home your summer getaway with a swim spa. So, like we said yesterday on our little blurb, of course we're talking about swim spas again, but we just want to highlight that if you're thinking about a swim spa, especially if you're thinking about a swim spa for this coming summer,
It's go time.
then now is the time to start preparing, to order one if your dealer doesn't have one in stock, and to start thinking about how you want to place it in your yard and all of that fun stuff,
Oh yeah.
so that you can make your home a little vacation.
Yep, absolutely. So, we never finished last year, and I don't know whether it was just everything got away from us. And I mean like us personally, I'm talking about, here at my house.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to do any of the stuff that I intended to do, so I really got to get on it this year and turn this into what I want it to be. And it just, I guess the point there, I'll swing this around. I guess the point there is that you're never really finished.
Right.
You're never finished. The sun is kicking my butt today. I'm gonna try that. All right. So you're never really finished with the project. It never finishes. I never put the bar. We want to build a live edge bar right down there, and we never got done with that. And I never wrapped these poles. They're like ugly and pressure treated. It's terrible. Everything else is done properly. And then of course there's the winter where everything is dirty and from plowing the driveway. Now I have rocks in my yard, and you guys know wherever that thing's crooked is bothering me. Wherever there's crappy weather, you're always going to get that crap that you have to clear off out of the way.
Yeah.
So whether you're starting from scratch or whether your project is not done, it's time to start thinking about it. I got some comments here. I can see them like flying in. Just got our swim spa. Catherine, hello from California. Where in California? Seattle, Colorado, Michigan. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
David, wish my spa was that clear. It can be. Virginia Beach, we are a master dealer. Elliot, what's up? Awesome. All right, what do we got? Okay. Summer will include sun sails and mounting the projector. Awesome,
Oh,
Chris.
neat.
Yeah,
That's a great
Chris,
idea.
Did you see that picture of Chris that he posted?
No.
Chris, I'll show her that picture with the where you had the projector on the cover. It was a great idea.
That is
I love
cool
that.
idea, yeah.
Yeah. So just for those of you on here who didn't see that, Chris Hoops there is in our Master Spa owners group, and he took this and he projected the TV on there or whatever it was, some kind of a projector, and he had, he was watching a game or a movie or whatever up there, and it was just looked awesome. So Poland.
What a neat idea.
Chris, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
We watch videos on how to fill it. Let's see, what do we got?
The sun is really bright.
Audio issues? I don't think so.
Everyone
Audio
else
is
is
okay.
saying that
Turn
they
your
can
volume
hear it.
up. I
Yeah.
can't turn mine up. But do not know what chemicals to get started. Trainer 15. Oh, Catherine, we have videos just on that entirely.
Yeah, if you go to the MasterSpas YouTube page or even look at previous videos from Facebook on here, we've got lots of videos on maintaining your swim spa, getting it started, all of that.
All right. Donna looking for automated cover. We talked about that. Ben Method, that'll get it clear. 2 more weeks until delivery. Awesome. Watching the Olympics. Oh, it was the Olympics. Awesome.
Oh, neat.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's up. Changed devices. HL8 in my garden. Love it. Awesome. Catherine, yes, we have lots of videos on what to do with that. Pretty easy. Okay, so right now, let's talk about lead times.
Yep.
You want to explain the lead times?
I actually am not sure what the actual number is for a swim spa. I know we are about 6 to 7 months out if you're thinking about shipping and freight and all of that. So as of right now, if you order a swim spa right now, we're looking at about 6 to 7 months for delivery of that swim spa, which brings you right into the heart, even towards the end of summer. So if you are thinking about a swim spa for the summer, you're going to either want to see if your dealer has one in stock and they can hang on to it for you until you've got that spot perfectly prepared for it, or you'll want to get that order in immediately.
Yeah, you don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so that you can get it in time. And the lead times are amazingly coming down. MasterSpas is doing an amazing job of getting product made and catching up on all of the orders that have been made in the past 2 years now. But we are still experiencing a little bit of a lead time, and on the swim spas it looks like about 6 to 7 months right now. So
actually, so to put this in perspective, normally outside of new COVID world that we're in right now, heading into spring, that's when the lead times typically jump up the longest anyway. So normally, prior to this, what did we ever see? 3-4 months maximum?
At the max.
I think maximum we'd ever seen on swim spas was 3 or 4 months. So right now it's 177 days.
Okay.
So now what I want to explain to everyone, that lead time, so right now the official lead time for swim spas is 177 days. What you need to know, that doesn't mean 177 days to your house. So you can't harass your dealer saying 177 days. That's just the build. That doesn't include any freight or delivery schedule. So now I actually want to comment about the delivery schedule. These dealers are massive and the demand has been insane. So you're not first in line. Typically you're way not first in line. So you want to get ahead of it. If you want that swim spa for summertime, you need to find something in stock. You need to get to work now. It is time. Otherwise you're going to miss this summer. There are a few units hanging around. They're not totally sold out like they were. So there are a few hanging around, and it is definitely time. If you do have to order, some dealers don't have any. Some dealers have a couple.
Right.
No, I don't think any dealer has a lot. So it is still a little bit more challenging. But from the worst lead times that we had ever seen, being 3 or 4 months, prior to COVID, and now we're in springtime and we're at 6 months. That lead time is 180 days is 6 months. It's 3 days, shy of 6 months. That's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it's considering last year, at some point we were at like 15 months.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a swim spa delivery.
Absolutely. So it is definitely coming down. We have been trending on outperforming most of our official, lead times. The problem that we always have is you've got staff who work for dealers and they're not always accurate, and we really want them to be because it just the problems created or not. So you heard it here first. Figure 6-7 months, and we say the 6 to build it and the 7 to get it freight and installed.
Yeah.
So it's go time. Okay. For sure.
And some of the things to consider if you're wanting one for summer or prior to summer, you're going to want to have your foundation ready for that. So whether that's a concrete pad or if you're putting it in ground and you're building a vault for it, now is the time to make those plans. We keep hearing we can't get somebody to work for us. No one's available to work. So you want to start preparing that foundation.
That's not our fault.
Right. No, that has nothing to do with us. But I'm just saying, if you're looking for, or if you need a place to put the swim spa, again, now is the time to start planning for that. And again, the official recommendation is a concrete pad for the placement of the swim spa. And then, maybe even talk to your electrician about making sure you have the proper electrical needed for the swim spa that you're wanting, and make sure that if you have a well, that you have a pool company that can deliver water. All of those things are going to help make the delivery process of your new swim spa go much more smoothly if you're ready and prepared. So
For sure. And let's see, a couple of interesting things. This last year has felt agonizingly slow, but at the same time gone really, really fast.
Right, yeah.
Because it was almost a year ago that we put this swim spa in. By the way, this is the first water.
Oh, wow.
I forgot to change it. So I just slipped my mind, and all of a sudden it was December and it was too cold, and we have the water delivered here. So I did the year on the first fill, and those of you who know us, you know that I have this belief in my head, like the first fill, you got to keep that for a few months, get rid of it, and get fresh water, and the second fill always goes better. For those of you who are struggling with water clarity and chemistry.
Pretty well, though, considering.
It is. It's not our first rodeo, as you know, so we stay on top of it. Even if I'm not in there, I'll come by and I'll splash some dichlor in there. So let's see, 2 possibilities. pH is off. I'm not sure. My pH is perfect, Kenny. I'm sure you're talking to someone else. June or July, ordered in September. Cheryl, yep.
Yeah.
Ordered August 21, October 22. We are getting in early March. Actually, you know what,
Yeah.
Karen, that's a great comment, because how many people are coming in early?
Yeah, a lot of people who ordered last year in the summertime.
Yep.
Those builds are getting done early, so
Even like 2 months.
right. So if you are waiting and you haven't gotten an update, you can always ask your dealer for an update.
Yep, for sure.
Or just be prepared for maybe, or hopefully that an early delivery is going to happen. But yes, that's been happening a lot. Where,
So don't wait till the last second, like Mary said. Don't wait till the last second to get your pads done.
yeah,
The electrician, he can come afterwards. He or she.
Yeah.
You just don't see it that often. Hey, yeah, I've seen it once.
okay.
But anyway, so what else do we have on there? We ordered 21. What did I miss? Can we do the electrical ahead of time? You can, but the electrician has to make the final connection anyway. So where do you buy the chlorine? Anywhere, but it's dichlor, not trichlor. So dichlor is for the hot tubs and swim spas.
Just going back to that about the electrician. So the electrician needs to do the final hookup once the swim spa or your hot tub is in place. If you need to upgrade your electrical, or the electrician needs to do a trench to get the wiring to your spot, then you may want to have him come prior to. But if you're paying him, we usually tell people have him come after, or coordinate when your swim spa is going to be delivered, because the delivery crews typically do not have a certified electrician on hand. So you would need to have a certified electrician do the final hookup into, it's a direct wire into your unit in most cases. So that needs to be done after the swim spa is delivered.
Well, let's see. Catherine, I can't read all of it, but it says received fewer pieces. I'm assuming it's the swim exercise kit. Yeah, all that stuff has been very challenging to get / impossible, and now a lot of it is actually unavailable. So we're doing the best we can there.
And just
Oh yeah, definitely
gonna
mention
say,
that.
Yeah, we are updating. We're doing some updates of the exercise kit because we could not get the dumbbells or the ankle fins from the manufacturer any longer, and they didn't know when they were going to be able to get them. So there will be some updated
It's on you.
Exercises that for the swim spa that do not include those, but you can also get a very similar kit on Amazon that is fine. We have it at the warehouse. It comes with dumbbells, and they're plastic dumbbells. They're not the foam dumbbells, and it does come with ankle fins, and actually there's even a kit that has a barbell, so that's even different than we had initially. So Amazon does have some kits, some aqua exercise equipment kits that have some of the equipment that we used to be able to provide that our supplier just does not have anymore. So you can check that out. And actually a lot of those things will go with the current, like the dumbbells and the ankle fins will work well with the current exercise book, the H2X exercise book. So just to keep that in mind, if you didn't get some of that equipment, you can order it online, and it works perfectly well in the swim spa.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just looking through the questions here.
And we do have some questions that came.
So, Mary, how's the temperature of that water?
Oh, it's so nice.
What is it?
It is 100 degrees.
Nice.
All right.
Are you reading questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So we got some questions prior to this live. Sorry. The first one is from Louise in British Columbia. What is the minimum clearance I can get away with around my swim spa on the long side?
You want me to talk about that? You want
yes,
to take
but
that?
I just want to say one quick thing before, when you're thinking about your delivery of your swim spa for summer, making your yard a place for your, vacation need place with a swim spa.
Yep.
You need to think about delivery as well. So some situations require a crane, like Ben's did. Ben needed a crane because they couldn't get a truck with a pickup truck to this spot.
By the way, it was so fast that we almost missed the video.
I remember you were saying that, yeah. So just keep in mind that most standard deliveries are going to be a pickup truck with a trailer on the back, and they would need to have access into your yard with that. And if not, they may need to use some additional equipment. So that's another thing that you can start thinking about ahead of time. Do you have access to your yard? Is a crane something that's going to be required? Can a pickup truck drive through? And if is there any possibility? Because a lot of times maybe removing some fencing or something like that is less expensive than having to rent a crane. So just some things to think about ahead of time. Do you want to answer? So sorry, Louise, to cut your question off, but we'll get back to that. What is the minimum clearance I can get away with around my swim spa on the long side of a 15
You want to hold that?
foot? Yeah. Here we go, Ben.
We'll show the other end of the swim spa. Okay.
Oh, and someone said get multiple crane quotes. Mine varied 300% for identical capacity. Great idea, Ken. Thank you.
Clearly, that was someone who didn't want to go there.
Right. Crazy.
$10,000 for this one, and then you don't know any better and agree to it.
Cece, we do not sell that model. We only sell MasterSpas, and our temp range will go from 80 to 104 in any of our swim spas. So,
unless you're in California, then it's regulated to 99.
Yes. Okay.
Unless you flip the dip switch, that's on you. Comes regulated.
Okay. Poor Louise has been patient.
Poor Louise. Louise. So on the clearance, So this is what I'll tell you. If you have a situation like, take our swim spa that's inside. We put that, it's close enough for me to just slide in between the wall and the swim spa. If we ever needed a service on those on that one particular long side, we have it shoved into the corner. We would never be able to get in there. So we would have to drain it and slide it out. But it's a giant open room, so we're able to do that. So if it's in a vault, so it's a different answer. It's a little complicated. If it's in a vault, you need, the recommendation is 3 feet. If you had 2 feet, a skinny service guy could get in there, but you really want 2.5, 3 feet. 3 feet is the official answer. Okay, we've seen people that just had a setback. They just, for whatever reason, they were close. We'll do our best, but the official answer is 3 feet. However, if you're on grade and you're just next to a wall, you shouldn't be too afraid to just go, right up to it, or 8 inches away. I would definitely be able to shimmy behind there, because you could always empty the water out, slide it out, make any repairs, and then slide it back. And we've done that plenty of times. So ours inside is 8 inches. If it was in a vault, I would have 3 feet. Okay, at least 2.5 feet, so that if anything happened, we could get in there. The other thing you can do is, if you do a deck up around it, you just want to leave access and have a little trap door to get in there in the crawl space, and we can repair it from the crawl space. We've certainly done that plenty of times. And then most importantly, your A side. So this is a Challenger 15 deep. So this is the swim end, as you can see. Mary's sitting in the hot tub seats. That's the A side on this Challenger. Okay. So where you're just looking at that's
seats.
The cover. You could barely. You had it tilted up a little bit.
Oh,
just like
sorry.
The cover. Anyway, so that's where mine is fully open, and we're not going to get out now, but we could probably do another live that talks about just the installs, where I left that totally open, so you could just literally sit Indian style, open up the panel, and work on everything in my swim spa. But the rest of it has a deck, 1 foot on these 2 sides, and then on that side I've got 3 feet. So there's a little crawl space. I can open it up and get in there in the unlikely event that we need to get in there, but it's not impossible.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah. Cece, yes, the H2X swim spas are perfect for family and exercising. We are in an H2X Challenger 15 deep, which is a little bit faster for swimming, but the Challenger 15 or the 19 or the 12 are really great for exercise.
Which swim spa is the most sold swim spa in the entire world?
The H2X Trainer 15 deep.
There you go.
Anna says, the water in my swim spa never got cool last year. These swim spas are so well insulated that it is actually a challenge to drop the temperature. So,
did you talk about the sails?
Oh, yeah. So
that's what Ben's doing.
Yep.
That's what Chris is putting
yeah, actually, Chris here is going to be doing the sun sails. And we've had a lot of comments on here that have said that they have helped those sails, that they're basically kind of like...
It's like a triangle. So like you would have it from up on the roof or from just below and have it go like this, and they're really neat looking.
They're like giant umbrellas, kind of, that cover
that direct sunlight from beaming on it. The other thing you need to do to keep the temperature down is at nighttime, open up one section of the cover and let it bleed some of that heat off. It will cool down.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell them about Kona. What we do in Kona.
Oh yeah, and then when we're for Ironman, when we've gone to Hawaii, we've actually had to put ice in to cool the water off each morning, because these are so well insulated. They really keep that heat in, and especially if your cover's on, it just locks that all in. So that's great to keep all your money in, the energy in, but it does take a while to cool off. So
you can also turn your breaker off, scoop some water out, put the hose in there, and
sure.
cool it off with the hose
yep.
too.
Yeah.
Because the hose will be colder.
Oh, great. Thanks, Kayla. Kayla just put up a link to the blog about the shade sails.
Oh, they're awesome. And
yeah.
They look neat.
Yeah, they do, actually.
I would do them, but Beth wants the sunshine.
Yeah.
I had
Maybe
to take
half.
down 12 trees so that Mama could have sun. So we're not going to cover this up with sails.
Okay. Next question is from Todd in Washington, and this is a multifaceted question here. What is the deepest swim spa available? My wife uses flotation weights to exercise and needs a deeper than standard swim portion. So the deepest that, oh, hi, Lisa. Sorry. And thank you. Lisa's, it's not Kayla today, it's Lisa. So,
where's Kayla?
Anyway.
Not that we're not thrilled that you're here, Lisa.
Yes.
She's like...
Well, we're kind of not happy with you because you're in much warmer than us, so.
Of course, it was 67 degrees here
but
today.
We do love you. Anyway, she's on vacation. So the deepest is this one. It is, or any of the deep versions. They're all going to be 5 feet above the ground, and the water depth is about 4 1/4, 4 1/3 feet deep. So Ben is.
It's when you say that, it sounds 40. 4'3", 4 1/3, like a third foot. Nobody talks like that.
I know. I always say that.
I know you do, but sometimes I'm like, is that 4 inches? 3 inches?
Well, 12, 4 1/4. It's
4'3".
Okay, 4.3.
4'3", not 0.3.
Okay, so Ben is standing up in the swim spa, so that is really good depth for walking against the current for many of the exercises.
It almost sounded like he was talking about she needs to have her feet up off the bottom.
Oh,
it's not deep enough for that. Okay, from a therapy.
Right.
When you have to do water running.
Yes.
Triathlon style water running, you're just running like this.
Yeah.
Your feet are not on the bottom. It's not deep enough for that.
But the float might work for that in the deeper version. I'm not, maybe. Yeah. Alternately, are there treadmill add-ons for rehabbing knees and ankles for which I may need surgery in the next year or two? Something that can be added later or just put in place when needed, or are treadmills a permanent part of the swim spa if they are needed?
So some swim spas have a permanent installation, which I do not like. You have a treadmill living underwater. My mother's going to laugh. And by the way, Mom, I have that video of you mocking my live talk. I was watching it. It's hysterical. I showed everyone at work. So water never loses a fight. So you have a mechanical treadmill living underwater. Water beat the Rocky Mountains. It's going to beat your treadmill. That being said, they do have them that you can drop in. I don't really love them. They tend to get in the way of doing other things, and there's so many other things that you can do to strengthen knees in particular that I just don't really love that. So some swim spas, they're permanent, which I don't love, and using it as an add-on, they do exist. Some of them are okay, but it's going to get in the way of doing everything else when there's so many things that you can do to strengthen your knees and your legs and everything in the swim spa without a treadmill at all. So I'm not a huge fan of anything that's going to be a problem down the road. Much more utilitarian than that. So I'm not a huge fan, but it does exist. Okay?
Any harm in overfilling?
Actually, this goes for any hot tub, swim spas. If you overfill it, it's going to go in your air valves, your diverter valves, and it's actually
like those.
Right, it's going to appear to be a leak. Okay, there is the headrests. It can get in the headrests. So it will appear that you're leaking. You are going to be dripping the water. So I can tell you this, on most of your Trainer 15s, Trainer 19s, Challengers, which is the most common items out there, it tends to leak water over your pack, over your pumps. So I don't want to drip water onto that stuff if I can at all help it. So typically doesn't result in something being damaged, but it certainly could. Stranger things have happened, and certainly stranger things have happened to me.
Marlena asked, any training tips or hints for doing a triathlon? That is a whole session right in and of itself. But both Ben and I have done pretty much all of our swim training for 100%. I was too, the last one. Yep. For a full Ironman distance in a swim spa. So it is totally possible, and the swim spa is awesome for just so many different aspects of triathlon. Maybe that'll be another topic coming soon because there's so much that we can talk about that. Melissa, right now the temp is 100. Hi Julie, hi Rachel. We can't wait to see you again soon. Okay, this is from Carol in Florida. How does the row attachment fit on the swim spa? So just like this.
So what you do, you can kind of zoom in there. So you've got this little knob, and it clicks in, and then to take it off, you pull that and pull this straight out, and then on the other end you have
The shorter.
Yep. So you have your
resistance band,
and it attaches here. So just like that.
Yep.
So on the rowing, you've got the little nub, pushes in and clicks. Once in a while, they'll be sticky. Like I was gonna take that one out, and I'm not supposed to leave them in here, but that one was pretty sticky. So I would get a little screwdriver to take that out. But you're just gonna push that in, and that's it. Then hook up the bands on both ends, the short band. You're off to the races. Simple, simple.
Okay, last question here is from Gigi in Tennessee. I cannot get chlorine to register on my strips for my 15-foot swim spa. Is this normal or am I under chlorinating?
Okay, two possibilities. One, I would start with, it's a little difficult to answer without seeing the test strip. Because if your alkalinity and your pH are off, the chlorine is not going to do a great job of registering. It's not going to do a great job. So if those are out of whack, that could cause it, or you're under chlorinating. So people tend to under chlorinate, always. I'm not sure why, they just do. I'm not saying you should use a bunch, and actually I saw this question pop up there where someone said they had some rust on the metal. The biggest thing is using the proper amount of chlorine, and then you want to leave the covers open with the jets running after you chlorinate it for 20 minutes to off-gas that. Because what happens is, you can actually, you can see this, if you look where there's rust, where we see it, it's never under the water. It's always above the water line and below the cover. So all of your metal fittings are going to be like this and above the water. So if, Mary, you can pan to those, you can see all those. Okay, they're all above the water.
Yep.
And it's that air gap, and that typically a big giant hunk of that comes from hitting it with the chlorine and then closing the covers, and you trap that gas in the open airspace, and that will absolutely cause that corrosion.
She said her pH is normal.
What about the alkalinity?
Gigi, how about your alkalinity? Melissa, I don't really know how often you need to buy the cleaning products, because mostly we just get the dichlor. Dichlor is the lower concentrate of chlorine for alkalinity is normal. That's the the dichlor is what you mostly use, and you can get that really anywhere. You can order it online, and there's usually like a bigger tub that you can get, but mostly that is what we use the most. So that would be, I don't know how much, but that's what you're going to use the most. And you also asked, what happens if the bugs get in during the summer? Do they just get filtered out?
They'll get trapped in the filter, or you can buy, it's in the
like
garage,
a pool.
like a pool net.
Yeah.
With just a little handle on it, and just scoop them out.
But most of them will go to the filter.
Yeah, the little bugs will go to the filter.
Okay, so Gigi said she just bombarded it over the past 3 days. Great. And
I'd love to know how much
do you want? A couple people asked if we could demonstrate the rowing.
Yeah. Want to switch?
Yeah.
No, you do it.
Okay. Yes, we will demonstrate some rowing. And what's neat about the row bars is that there's other exercises that you can do with them other than just this row. So this is...
That's why you don't leave them in. What happened? Oh yeah, they broke.
So that is how you row.
That's why you don't leave them in.
Okay.
Susan's gonna be mad. Sorry. They've been sitting in there for a year.
So this is just basically without the resistance bands. But the resistance bands will give you more resistance. And I just have my feet on the step, the bottom step, in the middle, and my butt kind of on that low, not the high seat, the low seat. And I kind of like am on my tippy toes when I do this, but you can, if you're taller, you can stand. And then you can also do it the opposite way, or you could do pushes. So you can push, you can pull, And then you can also go, the other way. And with the resistance bands, you can do these types of pushes. Can they see that?
Yep. I'll fix those.
And you could also do like raises.
Chris said just like the swim cap.
Yes.
You know what? This one's on me.
I'm never going to be allowed in Ben's swim spa.
You're never gonna live the swim cap down ever. That was my lucky swim cap.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? Hey, you know what? People aren't good at maintenance, and that includes Ben Gilliam.
Right. So that is why you should take the row bars out.
I'll fix them.
So yeah.
Very good. What else do we have? Let's see. I think that's it. What else do we have? Is that all the questions? Do we hit everything?
All the questions. Yeah. Yep.
Do.
So just if you are thinking about that you want a swim spa or even a hot tub for summertime, now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to order. Now is the time to check with your local dealer to see if they have anything in stock.
Yep.
Because if you're really wanting it for the full summer, you're going to need to get an in stock model,
Everybody,
so.
they wanted me to row and flex.
Oh.
Except I'm getting ready for summertime. I'm not ready yet, so that is not happening.
I'm with you.
What is the best way to clean the rust off? You know what? So what you want to do is take out any Steven. This is for Steven, and the camera's pointing at you, so don't pick your nose or anything.
I figured it was on.
So should I keep my dog away from the spa? No. Let them do whatever they want to do. So just watch. I will say this: just watch the temperature of the swim spa if the doggy's going to get in there, because if it's hot, they can't sweat and they'll overheat really easily. So we were talking about teaching Captain how to swim in here, and actually the biggest problem is that he'll need the water so cold that Mary and I are unwilling to get in. So that's the truth. But back to cleaning off the rust. So Mike Leahy had an awesome trick. So this stuff, what he does, he takes all this stuff, takes it apart, and he scrubs it. So you just want to take it out if you can, and then you want to, I'll turn this around. Then you want to, that sun is still like right in my face. So you want to scrub it with fresh water, okay? And then all you're going to do is he coats it with clear nail polish, which is pretty awesome. So the screw heads, he dabs them with clear nail polish. It keeps them really clean. It's a super idea. So that I had never heard before. That was a Mike Leahy special, and it's a great idea. So let's see, what do we have? Thank you. What temperature for a dog? What did we come up with?
I don't know.
You want it cool. You want it 80 degrees, or you want it down there. Even 90, I wouldn't do that for more than a few minutes, because they're going to get really hot, especially depending on the breed.
And they can't tell you that.
Yeah, and they can't tell you that. So you got to be really careful with the dogs. I started reading about it, and I didn't want to put the Captain in here. And our water's always, whether it's at the warehouse or this one, it's always very, very warm. So we didn't really want to do that. I wasn't comfortable with it. And if we turn this down to 80, I'm not going in. So maybe Mary will. No. All right, what else do we have? So Catherine, really cool. As cool as you can get it. Got to guard the doggy's safety. What else? Estimated sometime in August, which is awesome. Ordered mine last month. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think we got
So what? Again, if you have a question and we didn't get to it, we go on and check. We'll check later and we can respond.
We'll be on there.
We will be back in 2 weeks on Wednesday, March 9th, normal time, and we will see everybody then. We hope you are starting to plan for summer, because we're thinking about it because we're tired of the winter. So start thinking about summer now and getting your yard ready for a hot tub or a swim spa. If you have any questions about specific things, you can always message Facebook directly and just put a note for Ben or Mary, and we will get those.
It would be fun to do a live with us building out the bar and like trimming everything out.
That would be cool, yeah.
Because so this install here, it came out great, and the deck is all done. It would be fun to do a live just on like the making it really something, really putting that touch on it, that finished touch.
Yeah.
Because that's the good stuff, And it's definitely, we're busy. The year got away from me. I didn't get a chance to, but I think that would be fun to do that. So like the live edge bar and
Yep.
the lights and different things. I love the way the sails look, but I can't get rid of the
Yeah.
sun on Beth.
Right,
She'll kill me. So, all right, guys.
And in light of that, if you have any pictures, start collecting your pictures of your installs
For the contest.
For the Facebook contest, www.masterspas.com/FB contest. And we'll be collecting those up until the end of March. So we want to do a Facebook Live at your house somewhere.
Yep.
And if you want to have us, then submit your photos of your really awesome installs.
Yep, for sure.
So we'll see
Awesome.
everybody in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Everybody have a great night.
We'll
Thank
see you then.
you.
Be good.